Hi everyone, welcome back. Just thought I'd do a quick update, last update of 2018. Just show you around the vegetable garden and what's going on and how things are progressing. Just had a bit of a storm blow through, so everything's a bit wet, but I'll show you around anyway. And we'll start down this end where the butternuts are. So let's get on with it. Okay, we'll start down here where the butternuts are, and as you can see, they've taken over this whole bed and they're starting to grow up the trellis work at the back there, and there's one or two butternuts that are quite big. There's a few little small ones around. There's one little one on the back on the trellis, but yeah, these butternuts are doing quite well at the moment, and they'll soon be all over the edge of the bed and trying to make their way down to the next bed. So move on down to the next bed, which is the peppers and the brinjals, or the aubergines. And this morning I put these little sticks next to each plant because some of them are getting a bit big, starting to blow over in the wind. Others are still quite small. Those four little ones at the back there, they're what were seedlings in the trays that I sowed ages ago that only just germinated a while back, but put them in because I'm going away soon and I can't leave them in the trays any longer, so they went in a couple of days ago. So move on down to the next bed, and these have got the spring onions at the front here, and then further down is the shallots, which are starting to pick up. One or two that have died off, don't know why. There's a few empty rings, but the rest of them are not doing too bad. And I lost some of the spring onions as well. I think there was one batch of spring onions that got eaten up by something. So that's the shallots and the spring onions. And move on down to the next bed. And this bed just got salad in, a lot of lettuce mixed. I think it's just a mixed packet of lettuce that I sowed in trays and then transplanted, but they're doing quite well. They'll all be ready to come out sooner rather than later. There's just a couple of big ones at the front that went in a little earlier than the rest, but yeah, that's these ones. Let's move on down to the next bed. Okay, these are the two zucchini or courgette plants, and they're getting very big now. I'm tying them up to poles in the middle there, but the zucchini are coming thick and fast. The one at the back there's a different variety, it's a light green zucchini, and the one at the front is a darker green, but yeah, they're growing very quick. So that's the zucchini. And the next bed is just carrots and beetroots, really. Not much to say about these. Carrots, I had a few carrots, they're not bad, not the sweetest carrots I've grown, but they, like I said before, they do tend to grow better in the cooler months. And the same for the beetroot, they also taste better in the cooler months, but I've had a few of those and they're not too bad. So the next bed down is potatoes, and they're growing really well. There's a few that are starting to flop over a bit, but the rest are going great guns and filled up the whole bed. And yeah, shan't be long before I can start digging up a few potatoes. And then down to the next one. This one has got green beans and the cucumber at the back there. And first row of small beans I sowed about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'll probably sow another row before I go away on holiday. And the cucumber's finally picked up and now it's going at great guns, halfway up the trellis work, and there's 1 or 2 cucumbers on there, and yeah, it's doing quite well. And the next bed is onto the tomatoes, tomatoes are really starting to take off now. They're but just under halfway up the sticks. There's a couple of plants that have got tomatoes on already. There's a couple on the left hand side and a couple on the right hand side. Got some small tomatoes. And then down the centre, between the two rows, I've sown a row of basil, which will grow up in between the two rows of tomatoes. And then I'll use that when I pick the tomatoes. So that's the tomatoes. And onto the final bed. And as you can see, I've pulled up all the red onions, which I've realised now after saying they've been red onions, they're actually shallots. I think I sowed these a while back and I thought they were red onions, but they're actually shallots. So these are a fair size, and then two little small cherry tomato plants over there. So yeah, that's all the beds of the vegetable garden, and that's the last roundup for 2019. So that's the last vegetable tour of 2019. I'll probably give you another tour sort of early January after I get back off my holidays. And thanks for watching all my videos up till now. And if you haven't done so already, please click the little subscribe button at the bottom there and the little red notification bell to keep updated when the videos are released. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.